How can you possibly look at that view and feel it's so beautiful? Oh my god. Woo. I'm doing too much. Okay, this is off the record. I look crazy right now. I just finished a workout. Honestly, this morning I was so close to snoozing my alarm. I usually have my alarm on at 5 o'clock because I'm trying to discipline into that girl era. I now keep the same wake up time and sleep time, but last night I did went to sleep a little bit later than 9 morning when my alarm went off. I was just like, but you know the good thing about it is that sometimes it's like jumping in the pool. If you just get up, rip the band-aid off, rip the blanket off you, and just get up. It's so much easier rather than just hesitate and have your conscious mind kick in and tell you all the reason why you shouldn't get up right now because
today's public holidays. It's nice and cool in this air conditioning room.
But we got up, we got our workout done. Let's get started with the day. I've been loving to meditate in front of this view. Look, because you know, how do you look at that view and feel depresso espresso? It's like when, oh my god, I look crazy right now. I kind of look like an egg. But I've just started to meditate, and sitting in front of this view is like when I open my eyes after the end of the sessions, I look at this view and just feel so much more grateful for the life that I'm living. Like, I get to live in a city, in an apartment with this view. Like, girl, you gotta stop stressing about life. That's the morning routine. Almost done. Let's get ready. Let's get out of these egg image. I'll see you guys in a sec. Honestly, I will show you guys how I get ready for the day, but bathroom, it's just not bathroom right now, and I'm a little bit embarrassed to show you this, but you're just gonna have to get ready without me. See you in a bit. Decisions. What are we feeling today? Option number 1. I know I've wear this before, but you know what? That's me. I'm an outfit repeater. I don't know. It's like really hot. It's just like practical enough to be walking around all day in this heat. Girl, it's like 36, 38 degrees outside. Celsius. Number 2. One thing about me, I love corsets, but putting these on make me question my whole damn life. Look, my roller's not even freaking stable. Kind of feeling these. I don't know if it's too much because it's like daytime and this is giving more like a nighttime kind of thing. Maybe I'll pair it with a different short. This is option number 3. What do we think? Okay, I think we got a winner, which is the white shorts. I just feel like the black shorts is a little bit too much. You see the weather outside? Yep. It's kind of not looking like nighttime. It's not giving nightlife right now. So this is what we want. Giving that mom. It's giving hot mom vibe. But girl, I have so much to catch you up about. Last week, I missed last week's session. I know. Give me all the blame. I was so espresso. Like, it's not even funny. I ended up binging 6 seasons of Cobra, all 6 of them. All the Karate Kids. Yeah, the original one, the 1984 one, in 3 days. I did not do anything else. At first, I intended on taking a 1-week reset because I was just feeling a little bit burned out, more like the pressure. And I don't know where this kind of pressure from because I already know this year is not about sprinting for me. It's not about doing all these things, launching all these things, huge amount of sales and revenues for my business. Go. It was not about that for me this year. This year was about integrating, really just be present with life because I have been go for the last 10 years. I told myself that, you know, you deserve this. You deserve to just slow down, be present. The other day, I read this quote that really stuck with me. That we all stress out. Oh my god, I'm start hearing ringing in my ears. We all stress so much for a life that could end at any minute instead of living it. And I was like, wow, you got me there. I feel like that's my entire problem. I stress out so much. And like I shared in the last episode, I experienced 2 loss of my family for the last 3 years, which were both really unexpected when my grandparents passed away. And that was a sign of the universe telling me that time is so limited on this earth, especially with your loved one. Tomorrow is really not promised for anyone at all. And I just need to slow down and really, truly live a life that I find meaning and live a life that I genuinely enjoy living instead of worrying about everything else. Even though that hit me to the core, I struggle to remember that. I have been off social media for 3 weeks now. I have this time where I post and then I go down. I don't scroll anymore. I don't check on other people. I genuinely just have no interest, which is good in terms of fixing my people pleasing. But the downside, I wouldn't say downside, but the other side of it is I discovered this life away from the noises, away from the social media, away away from the attention, the validation. And honestly, it's not that bad. That's why I kind of feel like, so what that mean for me? And honestly, I don't know what that means for me, because my business is online for such a long time. My success has tied to performance, posting, everything. And now I discovered that part of life where I'm actually okay with no noises, no validation. So what does that mean? Is this some sign of the universe? What are you trying to tell me? Let's really go hand in hand with the fact that I actually turned 26 last week. It's been some time since my frontal lobe is fully developed. I feel like a lot of my perspective has changed. I talk about how your perspective of happiness, of a fulfilling life, of success change over time. And I think mine is changing. I'm definitely in a period of life where a lot of things is changing. I have such a vivid vision of what I want to be and what my dream life look like. But now I feel like I still want that. But at the same time, there are other things that I am actually okay with. Like not building a huge following, not having this big internet personalities. I'm actually quite enjoying my life offline now. Seeing everything I have right in front of my eyes instead of, looking on social media, looking at everyone else live and their moms. It's different. Quite an experience. I am genuinely really grateful for the life that I am living. I am truly living the life I dream of. Like everything I ask for, I have right now, almost everything. I just need to wire that in my head.
So be ungrateful, Elise. Go.
One problem with me as a high achieving woman is that I struggle to feel safe when I sit still. So when I achieve something, I will push the finish line further and further. So I always have this excuse as drive to push me to go further and further, because it doesn't feel safe for me to sit still. And I realized that unsafe feeling, that little anxious voice in my head, is actually there to keep me safe. And that's such a different perspective to look at it, because all this time I have struggled a lot, especially this year, with anxiety. I don't like to say it, but I could physically feel it in my chest. Hard to break that shakiness and that tightness in my chest after, I fall down into that slump where I just binge watch the show, just literally do nothing. I absolutely did nothing. I was rotting, literally. My eating was shit. The only thing I managed to keep was my 10,000 steps a day. I needed to do at least one thing that to make me feel like I'm not a failure. And I don't like to talk bad about myself, but I was just so down, so bad last 2 weeks. That anxiety come up every time I would get closer to the weekend. I was thinking to myself, okay, you know what? I just need to get back to it on Monday. I need to get back into the rhythm of work. I need to start posting again. And it's bad when I couldn't even post for Haley off the record. You know what I mean? I was down bad. It was a rough patch. And every time I think about posting again, even though I already have a list of what I needed to do physically in black and white, 3 tasks, that felt too much for me. I could feel my heart starts palpitating. That's why I ended up taking 2 weeks. And this Monday, I kind of forced myself to get back into the swing of things. I am terrified of losing momentum. And I think I kind of experienced some parts of it because I only intended to take 1 week off. I'm not making excuses. I know it happened. That's fine. That moved on now. And I'm trying to see the goods in it. I
fall off the track. I lost the drive.
I have been very present in my real life. I was living my life offline, which is very different, which may cause my system to register as unsafe. But I know it was just me living. And I think that's something that we often forget, that we need to start living life too, not just pushing through. It's such an amazing feeling to achieve what you set out to achieve, but it's just about perspective. Do you want to look back in 10-20 years time and the only people who remember you work so hard and do all these overtime hours is your family, and you look back and you realize you have missed this whole chunk of life that you kind of just blacked out because all you do was work, staying on the go. I think that is something my 26 years old self is trying to figure out. Life being in a changing season, I'm not sure what my life meant to look like. I kind of feel like things is about to get very different, and you know what, the only way to break the pattern is to give a different response. So I'm excited to see what my response is going to be. I wonder how I'm going to choose to respond as a 26 years old now that I figure out my perspective has changed, because the last time I feel low was before something get really good. Yeah, this has happened a few times before, so I generally feel like this is proof that it's always get worse before it get better. I'm gonna give you an example, okay? I talked about my crash out earlier the year when I find out that we had to move to Vietnam and kind of give up the life that I know for the last 11 years. I was crashing out for 2 weeks. I was driving to work, crying in the car. I was just having a hard time accepting this change. But fast forward to 2 months in, when we are all settled, I genuinely feel like I am living my dream life. I live in a high-rise apartment. I have support. I get me time again. I have the freedom to work from home. I have a passive income. I don't really have bills to worry about the way I did when we were living in New Zealand. And I just have way more opportunities to be present, to be close to my family. And once I saw that, it's really caused me to think that, wow, I was really crashing out over nothing. But really, I wasn't crashing out over nothing. I was allowed to grieve the life I had to give up. That's completely human. It's so human to be grieving something you had, grieving the life that you know, grieving your old self, grieving your old habit, grieving the past. It's fine. It's completely normal. But it's also pretty amazing to put your focus back on the thing that's currently in front of you. Because once you focus on the thing that you have instead of the thing that you don't have, you kind of see life in a different light and you kind of feel a lot more fulfilling. It's kind of like a half full cup, half empty cup kind of situation. But I thought I would just sit down, catch you guys up with the yap before we head out for the day. It's a beautiful day in Vietnam. The sun is out and I'm just so excited. I am really glad that I actually start the day with filming for Haley off the record because it put me in such a good mood. Every time I sit down to talk to you guys, I feel like I'm hanging out with you guys and genuinely just uplift my mood to a different level. I should have done this last week so I could get out that slum way faster. But you know what? The boat has sailed. Not going to drop over the past. It's not a life sentence. It was just a lesson. So I learned from that. But let's get ready to get out of the house. Let's go get breakfast. I take way too long to get ready and I'm kind of starving. So what I love about being in Vietnam is the amount of walking I get to do. It's so easily to hit 10,000 steps a day. I can't ride a motorbike, so I just have to walk everywhere and I'm currently feeling a little bit I'm doing too much wearing this. I'm gonna walk just to get my breakfast, but you know, girl gotta eat. Have porridge for 3 days because of my stomach ache. I have arthritis, gastritis, whatever it is. It's inflammation in my stomach and I realized that I cannot be doing lemon water in the morning anymore because the inside of my stomach is really stuffed. Ooh, that's strong. You know, no outfit is going to waste when I'm out because we are not leaving to go home until I get my photos. And we're going to watch Michael Jackson after this. I feel like I got my fair share of photos, so I can finally enjoy my journey. Coconut. Why don't you try that one?
There's one that do banana coffee. I want to try that one.
About another 30 minutes until the movie starts, so let's just walking around and get the steps in. We haven't been back at this mall for years. Best friend used to stay near here, Skylar. If you see my videos, you're a real one. You probably won't now. Well, go here. Oh my god. Sao lỏng nước gì không ạ?
Various monsters.
No
Don't be
popcorn.
scared. There's such.
Right, I'm gonna ready for something sweet now because you can get full, but you always have room for dessert, you know what I mean? So finally made it home. I know I'm in pajamas now and I look crazy with this mask going on. I have such a full-on day, but I'm really grateful to be so present in my day today. But getting the time to fill my cups again, it genuinely feels so good after that 2 weeks in the low. I'm gonna finish the night by reading my book. I am reading The Let Them Theory right now, so I'm gonna get my pages in before I head off to bed. This is just off the record, by the way. If you like to do more of these with me, I know I look so crazy saying this. Make sure you subscribe because we do this every week.